Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us read few verses so that the sleep goes away. Verse number 3. अविरोधितया कर्म ना विद्यां विनिवर्तयेत् विद्या विद्यां निहन्तेव तेजस्तिमिरसङ्घवत् परिच्छिन्न इवा ज्ञानात् तन्नाशे सति केवलः स्वयं प्रकाशते ह्यात्मा मेघापायेषुमानिव अज्ञानकलुषं जीवम् ज्ञानाभ्यासाद्विनिर्मलम् कृत्वा ज्ञानं स्वयं नश्येत् जलं कतकरेणुवत् संसारस्वप्नतुल्यो हि रागद्वेषादिसङ्कुलः स्वकाले सत्यवद्भाति प्रबोधे सत्यसद्भवेत् संसारः स्वप्नतुल्यो हि. These two aspects. When we talk about life, our life has how many components? Normally, by life we mean only our waking experiences. But life includes waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. So there are 4 sets of experiences that we all go through. But when we talk about our life, we take only the waking experiences. So 1/4 of the total. And on the basis of those 1/4 experiences, we write an autobiography. And when any conclusion is drawn on the basis of incomplete data, it cannot be valid conclusion. Therefore, when we talk about life, we have to clearly understand this basic principle that life is not only waking. Now, the 4 experiences that we go through, out of these 4, waking and dream, they fall in the same category. How? When the dream is going on, that time nobody dreams the dream as a dream. This is what is Swakale Satyavad Bhati. When the dream is going on, that time it is a solid reality. See, Prabodhe Sati. And when the dream is over, we are out of the dream Prabodha, then Asad Bhavet. See, friends, is it not equally true when we are in waking experience and go to sleep? So whether we are in the meditation class or whether we are in the satsanga, it makes no difference because we don't belong to this world. See, friends, therefore this is one of the most important point Vedanta brings out. Samsaraha swapnatulyohi. So samsara here means the waking experience. So waking experience and the dream experience, they are 100% same. Now go one step further. When the dreams are going in a very nice way, everything is fine. See? Such dreams never break. When something terrible happens in the dream, then we are ejected out of the dream. Be very attentive. And when we are ejected out of the dream, who wakes up? Is it the dreamer who is waking up? If the dreamer wakes up, then what should be the experience? Again, we are carrying, oh, I forgot millions of dollars in my dream. I could not bring it. I want to go back and take it. No. So, with the dream, the dreamer also disappears. All achievements and failures have no meaning. Exactly the same way. When the wise man wakes up out of this waking dream, then for him there is no gain, there is no loss. So, like for a person coming out of the dream, during the dream it was very solid reality. The moment you come out, it was all asat bhavet. In the same manner, when we are awakened to our essential nature, then all these achievements and failures, it has got no meaning. See, friends. So what should we do? Give up everything and become Babaji? Don't become Babaji. You will create ashram. See. If you want to know whether God's grace is showering on you or not, that will depend on who you are. If you are a young boy and one young boy went to a palmist. He said, please check when I am going to get married. For him, the God's grace is getting married. So he went and showed the palm. And palmist saw it. He said, 0 chances, he will not get married. He said, how come? He said, it's clearly written, Akhanda Ananda Yog. God's grace for an unmarried person is getting married. See? Then for unhealthy person, God's grace is I get a proper doctor and proper medicine. भगवान की कृपा से शादी हो गई. See, friends, therefore, the real meaning of God's grace depends on who you are. And the real God's grace for a spiritual seeker is nothing in this world attracts, although he lives very much in this world. We don't have to go to the forest and Himalayas. Wherever you are, that you is the problem. Many times we imagine if we change the place, they will be happy. Wherever you go, there you are, the source of all problems. Therefore, samsara sapna tulyo hi. And when we start living in this world, taking this world to be very real, and something somewhere goes wrong, and suddenly we are disillusioned. I have done so much for him, and he kicked me out of the house. Then, Babaji Banu. See, there are 2 professions where no qualifications are required. One is politician, second is Babaji. All those who are unfit to live in this world normally, they become either politicians or the Babajis. We belong to second category. See? Therefore, samsaraha swapnatulyohi. It is real as long as we are identified with the body. This point I will mention million times till you really, okay, I get out of the body. See? And therefore, you just try to understand it. Whole vision will change. Like the example I gave you, these two mics, they are illumined in the light. And the light that we see on these mics, it is not the light, it is the reflection of the light on the object. The light is in between them also, the light is between you and me also, but we don't see the light because it is unmanifest. Unmanifest doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So when this object is in the light, so the light is not in the object. Object is in the light. Exactly the same way, our body is in the mind. This is called as viparya. Our present understanding is I am inside the body. But the truth is other way around. The body is in me. Now take one simple example. We all breathe, therefore inside there is air. Outside also there is air. If this inside outside air is not having a continuous connection, life is not possible. So the air is outside as well as inside. Like the space is outside and the space is inside the hall. Therefore, what is the conclusion? The conclusion is the hall is in the space. Take a pot. Inside the pot there is space. Outside the pot there is a space. Therefore, the pot is in the space. But what is our understanding? There is no space in the pot. Don't add more tea in that. No space. Understand this. Exactly the same way. Anything which is included in the mind, that alone is an object of knowledge. So I am seeing all of you because you are included in my mind. And I know myself also. So this body and I am also included in my mind. Therefore, mind is not only inside, but mind is both outside, inside. And this outside, inside happens only with reference to the body. Be very attentive. To establish inside, outside, you require a reference point. See? Like for example, this key is inside the pocket. Then this mouse is outside the pocket. Then this mouse is inside the hall. Shoes are outside the hall. Shoes are inside the ashram. Car is outside the ashram. Ashram is inside Rishikesh. Rishikesh is outside. See, one after another, you require a reference point for establishing in and out. And that reference point is our body identification. When we are snoring away happily, that time we are not identified with the body. Therefore, that time, where are we? Inside the body or outside the body? Find out. Therefore, the real spiritual practice begins when we work on this thesis. What it will be like if I cannot be the body? What will be that experience like? See? After we are out of the dream, and then you start, now I am out of the dream. In the dream, I was frightened so much. Now, who am I? Am I the dreamer or someone else? In the same manner, when we inquire, then we will understand this mantra. Samsaraha sapnatulyo hi. So that which appears under n number of conditions is very deep subject, friends. And if those conditions are not fulfilled, it is not real. For example, you take the mirage waters. Mirage waters cannot appear anytime, anywhere. You require n number of conditions. When the sun rays are falling horizontal or vertical at a particular time of the day, then only the rays become refracted in the hot air and an appearance of the waters. If somebody says, I was coming in the evening and I saw a lot of mirage waters, a bluff. You cannot see mirage water in the evening. Exactly the same way. This word, samsaraha swapnatulyohi, when? Only when we are identified with the body, not otherwise. Now, another beautiful point. There is no possibility of getting rid of body identification. You cannot get rid of. Like you cannot do anything for removing your reflection from the mirror unless you are a bird or a dog. When we stand before the mirror, what is our experience? And when a bird stands in front of the mirror, he sees that reflection and starts fighting with it. Because Satyavan Bhati, for the bird, the reflection is real. And therefore he starts fighting. First of all, karma, seva, karma yoga, doesn't work. Then Ashtanga yoga, do pranayam. And yet it's still there. Okay, never mind. I will do the Markatasana. Even then it's still there. It's not going. What should I do? What should I do? Then he starts doing the japa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Still there. Om Namah Shivaya. Gayatri Mantra. Om Trambakam Yajamahe. Om Bhurbu Swaha. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Why? That reflection should be removed. It will fail. The what that bird has to do, only know it is an appearance, not the real. Now when we look into the mirror and we see the reflection, our understanding is it appears but doesn't exist. And therefore we don't want to improve the reflection. If these examples are clear, apply it on yourself. See? Our childhood has come and gone. Still we keep on hanging around. When we were children, during our time, the things were different naturally. What is great about it? But all the time, carrying the burden of the past and thereby creating a fictitious personality called Mr. Ego. E going, E gone. We have to work on it. Therefore, whenever anything is recognized as an illusion, following things happen. Number one, we do not want to change the illusions. You cannot change it. Like we cannot change the reflection in the mirror. So what is to be done? Recognize the reflection as a reflection, not as a real. That's it. Exactly the same way. Husband, wife, brother, father, mother, in-law, outlaw, recognize them as illusions. Then how to work? Karnataka. Don't take life seriously. Therefore, samsaraha swapnatulyohi. So whenever we recognize this world as an illusion, what happens is, one simple thing. We do not desire anything which is recognized as an illusion. Hey, nobody has ever tried this project. World Monetary Fund applied. What for? Harvesting the mirage waters for solving the water problems of the world. See? You cannot, because it is an appearance, doesn't exist. Exactly the same way, this world, including our body identification, it is always like this. There is nothing new. But then we want to change the world. We want to improve the world. See? And we fail and become frustrated. Samsaraha swapnatulyo hi. So when we look at the world with this vision, then you enjoy, you celebrate. And for that, only spiritual practice is this Maha Mantra, Karnataka. You go to Karnataka, all Nataka is going on there. See, friends, the more you work on this platform, you will see life becomes extremely easy. Like day, night, day, night. Can we change it? So what we do, we accept it. In the same manner, थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, जीवन है. Get sometimes you don't get. It's okay. In this manner, samsara sapna tulyo hi raga dveshadi sankulaha. In the dream also, we have got the same story. Raga dvesha, gain, loss, friends, enemies. But when we are out of the dream, then what we come to know? Enemy was my mind, I was my mind, the gain was my mind, the loss was my mind. Everything was only the mind. Be attentive. The waking world is nothing but our mind. See, friends, be attentive. All the all the colors and forms are nothing but expression of the vision. Vision is the cause, colors and forms are the effects. Effects are many, cause is one. Effects are special, cause is non-special. Red is not green, green is not yellow, yellow is not blue, brown. Vision has no color, no shape. So what will be our spiritual practice according to Vedanta? Give up specialities and migrate to the non-specific. But normally what happens? We want to become special. See, friends, give up all specialities. Remain common, like the space. Whether it is a sanctum of a temple or a commode, space is same. But for us, every small little thing becomes a big issue. These days, the children don't respect the elders. Now tell me, we are old. What is our contribution in increasing our age? What we have done? Are we pushing the earth to go around the sun? एक साल हो गया यार. What we have done? See? लंबा हुआ तो क्या हुआ, जैसा पेड़ खजूरा, छाया नहीं पथिक को, फल लागे अति दूरा. What an arrogance of that elderliness. See, friends, therefore, raga dveshadi sankulaha. So anybody who is miserable is a strong ego. See, friends, in a small room, whether you keep a agarbatti or a rat died and rotting there, that room will be stinking. If the whole world rots in the total space, nothing happens. Wherever there is finite, problems are bound to be. The only way is get out of the finite. And this is what the teacher tells here. Samsaraha sapnatulyo hi ragadveshadi sankulaha. Ragadvesha, likes and dislikes, they are the very contents of our mind. And they prompt us. Who is guiding our life? I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this. In Kathopanishad it is called Preya Marga and Shreya Marga. See? We do certain things because we like or we don't like. But the important thing is, are we ever keeping in mind whether this is right or wrong? See, take your day to day example. What is right? Early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Right. What is what we like? The exactly opposite. Think. Samsaraha स्वप्नतुल्यो हि रागद्वेषादि संकुलः स्वकाले सत्यवद भाति. And when we are identified with the body, this world becomes extremely real. And when this world becomes real, then we start to do something, achieve something, protect something, help somebody, don't help somebody. And you will never succeed in that. And then see, I tried to make him or her happy, did everything, but he or she is never happy. What to do? You are doing wrong thing. You know for certain God has failed to make us happy. And we, the miserable, want to make others happy. Don't try that. Everybody has got a freedom to be miserable. Tathastu. We don't have to make anybody miserable. They are self-sufficient. The moment you take this vision and live in this world, you will be always at peace. Be attentive. If you are always at peace, you will understand the people. You will not misunderstand them. Then only we become an asset to ourselves and to the society. Tavat, next verse. Tavat satyam jagad bhati. Shuktikarajatam yatha. Yavanajñayate brahma. Sarvadhisthanamadvayam. Now in the 6th verse, our experience is analyzed. Now in the 7th verse, the teacher is analyzing what is this world like. There are certain examples in Vedanta, they indicate the substratum and superimposition. Adhyarop apavad, this is called. So, Tavas Jagat Bhati Satyam Shuktikara Rajatam Yatha. When you go on the seaside, sometimes you see the shell, and in the daytime it will be shining because of the sunlight falling on it, and from a distance it looks as if it is a piece of silver. And then we go near to that place, looking here and there, and take out the hanky, and as if it has fallen, it falls only on that. Then we lift it. Oh God! The day you discover the substratum, superimpose is gone. Superimpose was the silver. Substratum was the shell. In the same manner, Tavas Satyam Jagat Bhati Shuktika Rajatam Yatha. This world appears to be real till such time you have not discovered the essence behind the world. See? And what is the essence behind the world? Few important points. This world has always been like this. Nothing ever has happened new in this world. Nothing new. Now terrorism we are talking so much about. And then the same question. Like people ask us, why the world is so bad? When it is going to improve? The world has been always like this, man. Don't become so serious. I don't think the world was always like this. It was so terrible now. It can't be worse than today. Then you ask him a question. Do you think the earlier the world was not bad like this? I don't think so. Very good. Afterwards also the world will not be worse than this? Now what more can be than this? This is the worst period in the history of humanity. Earlier you were there? No. Later you will be there? No. Now the world is horrible because you are there. Change yourself. See, friends, there is nothing new in this world. Crimes, then corruption. You take any governance, monarchy, communism, dictatorship, or democracy. Four possibilities of governance. Take anyone. No problem of this world stands fully sorted out. This has always been like this. The rule is, in the relative world, there cannot be an absolute solution. It's a rule. You can't change it. See? So, husband, wife, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, son, father, this is eternally going on. But what happens? We take it seriously. Don't take it seriously. Then Karnataka, play the game. See? Therefore, tavat satyam jagat bhati shuktika rajatam yatha. When we come to this understanding that there is nothing new that has happened in this world, we find out reasons to be miserable. We don't find out reason to be happy. See? Find out reason to be happy. Those who don't get married, they are miserable. यार शादी नहीं हो रही. Those who get miserable, they are miserable. Those who get married, they are miserable. Those who don't have children, they are miserable. Those who have children, they are super miserable. Think. Those who have no money, they are miserable. Those who have a lot of money, they are miserable. Think, friends. Therefore, you have to decide. This world has always been like this. Don't try to change the world. And when you jump into the Ganges and swim along with the current of the river, you will be relaxed. But when you go against the current of the river, you will struggle in life. See? Therefore, tavat satyam jagat bhati shuktika rajatam yatha. Till such time we come to know the foundation of this world, it is just an appearance. So, how many things are in this world? How many sense organs we have got? 5. So there are only 5 things in this world. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. There is no 6th thing. And if a person is short of any organ, vision, for him colors and forms have no existence. Somebody is short of hearing, for him sounds don't exist. So where is the whole world? Whole world is in our sense organs. Where are all the sense organs? They are in the mind. And if your mind is at peace, this world is beautiful. Therefore, tavat satyam jagat bhati shuktika rajatam yatha yavanna jnayate brahma sarvadhishtanam advayam. So unless we come to this understanding that the whole world is superimposed on the absolute reality, the Brahman, now be attentive. The examples which are given, they are like, in all the golden ornaments, gold is there. So on the gold ornaments, names and forms are superimposed. Easy to understand. All the clay pots, they are superimposed on the clay. And if you remove the clay from the pot, what will remain? Clean pot. This was the reply given by one person, therefore I am telling. If you remove the clay from the pot, what remains? Clean pot. I said, you go for potty. I can't talk to you further. This becomes easy, but here, be very attentive. The world is what? Sentiency, inertness. Movement, no movement. All contradictions. How can the same substratum be both simultaneously inert as well as sentient? How can the same substratum be both moving as well as non-moving? Here we get stuck. Now here we have to understand. This world is superimposed on the substratum which is supporting everything. How do we do this? Be attentive. This book is existing. Then this book is steady. Book is steady. The steadiness is existing. Book is moving. The movement is existing. So when it comes to existence, it makes no difference whether it is sentient beings or inert things, it is stagnant or they are moving, whether it is healthy or it is unhealthy, whether it is a man or it is a woman, whether it is a saint or it is a criminal. Existence is a common substratum. Upanishad says, Asti iti upalabdhavyaha tattva bhavena prasidati. Kathopanishad says. See, all experiences are in the form of something is. This common substratum, pure existence, is mentioned here as Paramatma or the Brahman. So, yavanna jnayate Brahma sarvadhishthana advayam. Now, is it not true? The criminals in the dream, the saints in the dream, the gain in the dream, the loss in the dream, the friends in the dream and the enemies in the dream, all of them are nothing but the mind, is it not? They are none else, only the mind. So the mind has become the objective world. The mind has become the experiencer of the objective world. The mind is the experience. So when our stupid mind can create the whole dream world, can't Paramatma create this waking dream world? So what we have to do about the dream? Get out of the dream. And how do we get out of the dream? When there is some accident. Till such time, everything is goody. That dream will never break. In the same manner, everything is going on nicely. And suddenly something happens. And that sudden happening depends on the thickness of our skin. There are some who are so extremely sensitive. One word is enough to change the complete direction of their life from the dog words to the God words. The best example I can think of is Tulsidaji Maharaj. His wife told him in a particular situation, and she said, you are so mad after me, this body made of flesh, blood, bones and all filth inside. If you are that much mad after Bhagwan Rama, he will reveal to you. And out of that ordinary husband, a great saint was born. Now this sentence must have been said by how many wives to how many husbands? And how many became Tulsidas? And how many became Devdas? Think, friends, depends on the thickness of our skin, how sensitive we are to our experiences. See, friends, therefore, tava satyam jagat bhati shuktika rajatam yatha yavanna jnayate brahma sarvadhishthana advayam. We have to come back to our essential self. Things come and go. We are the same. We have not changed. Therefore, these 3-4 experiences. We have no experience of birth. We have no experience of growth. We have no experience of death. We have no experience of our absence. 4 things remember. When somebody calls us for the first time, Auntie, what is the time? That girl jumps out of her skin. Don't call me Auntie. Call me Didi. See? And again, next time when somebody addresses, Dadaji, baithiye. Don't call me Dadaji, call me Uncle. See, friends, we can never get experience. We are growing. We don't get. But our own experience, we are not able to recognize because too preoccupied with the body, body, body. So, tavat satyam jagat bhati shuktika rajatam yatha yavanna jnayate brahma sarvadhishthanamadvayam. Normally, what happens? We think only life is divinity. See, in Vedantic language, I'll tell you, Brahman is simultaneously the material and efficient cause of this world. Material cause means the clay for the pot. Efficient cause means the pot maker who converts the clay into pot. Except in Vedanta, everywhere only Bhagwan, God, Brahman is taken as the efficient cause of this world and not the material cause, Upadan Karan. And therefore, a person who has got this understanding and acceptance, so when he touches the Shiva Linga, he is not touching the stone, he is touching Paramatma direct. Because the material cause and the efficient cause, they are not two. That is the reason why in our religion, rivers are also respected, revered, trees are respected, because there is no place where the truth is not, even in the absence. So, yavanna jnayate brahma sarvadhishthanamadvayam. This reality is the substratum of everything and being. That is what is our essential nature. Now, continuing further in verse number 8, Sacchidatmanyanusyute Nitye Vishnu Prakalpita Vyaktayo Vividha Sarva Hatake Katakadivata Nitye Vishnu Sacchidananda Atmani Anusyute. Vishnu means all pervading is Vishnu. That which is all pervading. Nitya, that which is eternal beyond the impact of time. Nitya. And Satchidatmani. And we are not talking about Brahman Atma somewhere away, but our own essential divine conscious blissful existence in this Vyaktayaha Prakalpitaha. All individualities are superimposed. See, is it not? Now, this is another example which I have been giving again and again. If this will click, it will help you. The same man is a son, the same man is a husband, the same man is a father. Has he become three? He is only one. And who is becoming miserable? These three non existing entities. See? Now apply this example anywhere. The same lady, she is a mother-in-law, she is a daughter-in-law, she is a mother, she is a wife. Who is miserable? This whole battalion. And the lady is happy. And we are carrying the burden of these non-existing illusory personalities. And then our spiritual practice will be try to improve others. You will never succeed in life. Where God has failed, do you think we will succeed? Accept the world as it is and go through. Life is a time pass. See? So, Satchidananda Atmani, in the Satchidananda conscious blissful existence, Atmani, Nitya, which is eternal, Vishnu, which has become everything, Prakalpita, they are only projected, imagined. See? Don't we see the children when they are playing in your houses? The brother and the sister, they become husband and wife. And they are playing. So the brother becomes the husband and the sister becomes the wife. and they are playing. No script writer is there. Everything happening they know by heart, and then he comes from outside. There is nothing there, prakalpita, and then only in the space goes on knocking, tak 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 tak, and she is standing there. She says, "Who has come?" Every day's dialogue the children know by heart. Then the husband, brother, what he will say? Who can come to this horrible heaven or hell? Every day's dialogue. He comes inside. Is there something to eat? Next question. Eat my head. The moment come in the house, eat, eat, eat. He says, then I'll starve. It is empty. Every day's dialogues. So they are just playing. See, friends, play the game of life. Don't become too serious anywhere. Therefore, vyaktayaha. So one child has become the husband, other child has become the wife. Vyakti, individuality. Exactly the same way. I become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. These are vyaktayaha, these are individualities. But if we understand, this vyakti is basically abhivyakti. The individualities are basically manifestations. See, the woman manifests in the husband as a wife. It is not real. Same thing, the man manifests as a husband in the wife. But what is happening? The husband and wife, they have become real. And the man and woman, they are forgotten. We have forgotten our divine essential nature. And we are carrying the burden of these non existing entities. And then all our spiritual life is try to improve the reflections in the mirror. Try to improve the husband. Try to improve the wife. Try to improve the mother in law. It can never be successful. Therefore, Satchidananda Atmani Nitye Vishnu Vyaktayaha Anusyute Prakalpita. All these things are superimposed. They are not real. Be very attentive. That which appears many on account of some conditioning, that is an illusion. Like the 10 directions in the space, north, east, west, south, four corners, and up and down. These 10 directions are superimposed on the space. What is the conditioning? Conditioning is the sunrise. So that direction where the sun rises is east. And east is the place where the sun rises. So because of the sunrise it is east, or because it is east the sunrise is there. Mutual dependent. Think. When we the slowly come to recognize that multiplicity born out of conditioning is an appearance but doesn't exist. And that we take real, and this is our mistake. Vyaktaya vividha sarva hatake katakadivat. Like on the same gold, so many names and forms are superimposed, and then we call them by different names and forms and utility, and they become real for us. See, friends. Therefore, if our attention is like the jeweler on the gold, we will not be deceived by the jeweler. But when these ammas go for purchasing the ornaments, they are so much carried away. Oh, this is designer's piece. One of my friend is a very big jeweler in Bahrain. So when I went to his shop, there was something hanging, like the toran, very huge one. I said, is it made out of metal or plastic? He said, Swamiji, this is gold. Oh God, gold. How much is the weight? He said, the weight is more than half a kilo. And then which buffalo will put it on her neck? Can you imagine? carrying half a kilo gold necklace. I said, what is great in this thing? He said, this is a designer's piece. That means it's designed to fool you. See? Then I asked him, I said, you are telling half a kilo gold, but is it really half a kilo? He said, no, we have to say like that. It is only 25% gold. See? So when our attention is on names and forms and utility, we forget the substratum. But when the goldsmith, he looks at the thing. One man went to the goldsmith and he said, I keep my wedding ring. Please give me some money. I'll return it and then you give me back. He said, all right, show me. And he took out the Shaligram Bhagwan and started pushing on this. Don't do like that. It is associated with our love. He said, keep love with you. I am seeing gold. See, friends. So what are we seeing in this world? Names and forms get carried away or the life. Therefore, Jiva and Jivana. If you stand in front of the mirror and if you stand in front of the wall, what is the difference? In the mirror, you see the reflection. In the wall, you don't see the reflection. Does it mean that there is something wrong with our face? Then where is wrong? In the media in front of which we are standing. In the same manner, Paramatma, Brahman expresses as only inert world because of the upadhi, the conditioning. And the same Paramatma is able to express as sentiency or life in other conditioning. So we are like the mirror and inert world is like the stones and bricks. But both of them are supported by the same conscious existence. So the difference is on account of the conditioning through which it is expressing. That doesn't mean there are different types. No. Like the same electricity expresses through the bulb as light, through the fan as a movement, does it mean there are different brands of electricity? Differences are on account of the conditioning through which it is expressing. Therefore, here the teacher very distinctly brings out Vyaktaya Vividha Sarva Hatake Katakadivat. Like out of one gold, so many different things come out in the same manner, out of one conscious blissful existence that we are. Don't become objective in your understanding. That is one of the reasons I don't use any charts, any pictures. Otherwise, we are already objective in our understanding. And particularly those who are educated in science or scientific minded or inquiry, they will never understand because their understanding is objective. Take Brahman in one test tube. बच्चा पैदा हो गया. No. We end up in conceptualization. In one of the institute in US, after my talk was over, the professor of philosophy said, Mr. Swami, you have presented the concepts very well. I said, excuse me, dear, I did not talk concepts. You are a professor is a concept. You are intelligent is a concept. You are American is a concept. You are successful is a concept. You are is not a concept. Concepts are subject to change. Tomorrow you leave USA and go to India and become the Indian citizen. One concept has changed. Now I am no more American, I am Indian. I am a professor. And then you are laid off. Now I am ex-professor. X means unknown. See? The unknown entity is indicated in mass, isn't it? Suppose the value is X. X means unknown. Ex-prime minister, ex-chief minister. See? ex-brigadier, unknown. Therefore, we are not talking concepts. The truth is not a concept. I am a husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister. They are concepts. And these concepts are making us miserable. Get out of these concepts. Ninth verse. Yatha kasho ऋषिकेशो नानोपाधिगतो विभुः तद्भेदाद्भेदवद्भाति भिन्नवद्भाति तन्नाशे केवलो भवेत् यथा आकाशः नाना उपाधिगतः like the space with many different upadhi, the conditioning. Yatha akashaha nana upadhi gataha bhedavad bhedat bhinnavad bhati. So we start looking at the space as north, east, west, south. But actually everything is space. Exactly the same manner, Rishikesha, the same Paramatma, the same Brahman. These three words are used in three philosophies. According to devotion, it is called as Bhagavan. According to yoga, the same is called as Paramatma. And in Vedanta, the same is called as Brahman. So it doesn't matter whether Brahman or Bhagavan or Paramatma, referring to the same reality. So, Rishikeshaha Vibhu. Paramatma, the Brahman, the reality. Vibhu, Vividham Bhavati iti Vibhu. The one which becomes everything, many things. See? How? Upadhi Vashat. Now this example which I gave you. Upadhi Vashat. Because of the Upadhi of the son, I become the father. Because of the Upadhi of the wife, I become the husband. Because of the Upadhi of the father, son, I become the father. Upadhi Vedat. Bhinnavad Bhati. But are they separate? See, friends, the day you will be able to digest this principle, you have done a great favor to your own spiritual evolution. We are all playing the game of life on the stage, on the drama. Play the game perfectly well. What we call technically as the Vyavaharik Jiva. We have to conduct our life in this world and do accordingly. Whatever you are, talk normal thing. Otherwise, little bit of Vedanta hearing there and you hear, excuse me, what is your name? I am nameless, I am formless. Excuse me, what is your date of birth? Ajopi Sannavayatma. Unborn I am. See, don't get lost in that confusion. In the world, you have to talk normal. See? But our understanding should be clear that we are only playing the game of life. Otherwise, we will be suffering. So, Rishikeshaha nana upadhi gataha vibhu. Because of the upadhis, he alone becomes many. So, with the upadhi of the stone, he becomes the Shivalinga. With the upadhi of the body, he becomes the devotee. With the upadhi, he becomes the water, Ganges. He alone is everything because everything is existing. To an extent that even the absence is existing. Don't we say, you are very conspicuous by your absence? So, absence is also existing. Therefore, we can never have the experience of non-existence of our own being. This eternal presence is our essential nature. Yatha kasho rajikesho nanopadigato vibhuhu tad bhedat bhinnavad. Because of the upadhi, it appears as if it has become many. Tannashe kevalo bhaved. When upadhis are gone, then again come back to one. See? So the same child grows, When a child is born, you all know this. When a child is born, it's not only a child is born. There are many which are born along with the child. Mother is born, father is born, chacha is born, dada is born, dadi is born, nana is born, nani is born. Among all the births, only the child grows, others don't grow. The mother tells the child, Beta khana kha liya. Mother is 98 not out and the baby is 82 not out. Beta khana kha liya. See, friends, they don't grow. And if they are not getting proper respect, they immediately become miserable. Don't get lost in this world. Tannashe kevalo bhavet. Get rid of all the specialities attached to our own being. Therefore, नानोपाधि वशादेव जाति वर्णाश्रमादय आत्मनि आरोपिता तोये रस वर्णादि भेदतः. This will take in our next class. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.